Hi Pisces, it's Becky and we are ready to read for the eclipse of January 31st, 2018. Now this is the eclipse day that I'm doing this reading, so these energies will apply starting now and going for about 3 months or even more. This is a huge full moon, blue moon, supermoon, lunar eclipse. It will be occurring at 11 degrees 37 minutes of Leo, and it will be standing across the sky from the sun, which is in Aquarius. So there will be a little ping from Leo, Aquarius, back and forth there. For you, Pisces, this particular full moon lunar eclipse, blue moon, is going to be occurring in your 6th house of your solar chart, and that's a house of work and work projects. So, this blue moon is not going to be blue or isn't blue, but it just means there are 2 full moons in the month of January, and that's a very rare occurrence. Usually there's only 1 full moon per month. Next month, I'm talking about January, there are 2 full moons in January. In February, there are 0 full moons, and in March, I believe we're having 2 full moons again. This is extremely high energy, and you will indeed be feeling it, Pisces, in your 6th house. Now, if you get a chance to look at your natal chart of the time that you were born, what the sky was like at the time you were born, try to find where Leo is in your natal chart, and you'll be able to see what house it is in, because it may be transiting or affecting, not so much transiting, but somehow it's going to be affecting you from the natal chart as well. I think on my natal chart, Leo is in my 9th house, which is the house of international travel, foreign cultures, higher education. So in addition to whatever my solar chart is, which is the 10th, in my natal chart, Leo is in the 9th. So same thing may be happening with you, but for now we're going to focus on 6th house matters, and it will be about your work, Pisces. Now we're going to be reading today with the Wheel of the Year Tarot, which I love to use, and also this deck will be crowning the reading. And this is the Ask and It Is Given deck by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Esther is very famous the world over for channeling a group of celestial beings who go by the collective name Abraham. And this is so cool. It's all law of attraction channelings that Esther has brought to us from Abraham, and I think it's going to resonate with you very well. It always does for me, and it's just fantastic, the things that Esther is able to bring forth to us from the celestial beings known as Abraham. Jerry, her husband, has made his transition to the other side, but Esther is still working with Abraham, so that's good. Okay, we're ready to get started. I've created the sacred space, and we are ready. Angels, we are reading today for Pisces regarding this supermoon, blue moon, full moon, lunar eclipse that is occurring in Leo, January 2018. Lunar eclipse reading for Pisces in the work sector, January 2018, work sector, lunar eclipse, January, Pisces. Pisces, 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 lunar eclipse, January 2018. I'm going to take that one. Pisces, there it is, January there. Okay. All right, let's see what we have, Pisces. Whoa, look at that. Okay, Pisces, you've been wishing on a star to rekindle a particular relationship that probably has been in your past, or someone you've dreamed about in your past may not actually have had a relationship with that person, but it's someone from your past, someone you already know, someone you've been dreaming about, daydreaming about, really, who, you're just madly attracted to, and maybe even in love. You may be discovering you're in love with this person, and it is you're even wishing upon this star for this relationship to develop and come to pass and to rekindle and reunite with this person, literally, of your dreams. And you have got, the reason I say all this is because you've got the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups here on this riverbank, and this woman is gazing into the water, which is a reflective mirror-like effect. And what does she see in the water? She sees the image of herself in the arms of her beloved. And she's reminiscing. It could be a gentleman that she has actually known in this life, or it could be just the idea of this. But it tends to be looking back at someone from your past, someone you've known before. And then the second card is the Star card. This is the card of hope, the card of wishes granted, the card of healing. It's wishing on a star. It's receiving the gifts from heaven. It's healing. These waters are healing. It's almost like a cleansing to purify in your own mind and crystallize what you really want. And you do figure this out as a result of this eclipse, and you call it forth. It's definitely a card of wish fulfillment in a lot of ways, but definitely a card of hope. There is hope for this. Now, this is a work in the work realm in the 6th house. We're asking for information. So, it looks like love here, but I'm not feeling it's a love that you have found in the workplace. I don't feel that at all. What I feel like is this is going to be, there was an idea that you had, something you wanted to return to that really floats your boat. It may not be a person in this case, since we're reading for the eclipse energy in the 6th house of work projects. My guess is there was a project that was put on a back burner at some point, or it may have been a field of endeavor that really interested you, or it may have been a whole nother career that you were just wanting to try so badly, but for whatever reason you stuck to your own old patterns, the straight and narrow path. I mean, it would be, this is an example, of course, but it would be like you're at a desk job. Yes, it's steady money, it's decent money, and you've got all the benefits and the health insurance and the whole thing, but it's stifling. And you had this wonderful idea for a novel that you wanted to write, and you really secretly have been thinking about what would it be like if I became a novelist. And I branched out and things like that. And then now, fast forward to now, here you are, you know, and you've been at that desk job for long enough, and you're looking back going, is this all there is in my life? I remember when I used to dream of being a novelist. I wonder if it's too late. I wonder if I should go back and pick that up. It's a dream and a vision I've always had, something that was near and dear to me, that I longed for, that I wished for, that I had lost hope, but now there is hope returning to you, Pisces, to go back and pick up this notion you had before, this idea for your work, the idea for something you had thought about being before or doing before, that you put down in order to be a little bit practical, probably, is my guess, and that now you've got the desire. And not only that, there is reassurance from Spirit that it's yours. You just have to call it forth. But the beautiful stars, I mean, it's definitely a card of great hope and fulfillment of a deeply held desire. Now, let's go. Now, this is a major arcana, I forgot to mention. A major arcana is a major energy in the tarot. So this is not something trivial. This is not something, you know, like, oh, I wanted a new car. No. This is something deeply held within your soul that was calling to you before, and now it's come back around, and you are, I think you're getting ready to embrace it. Let me go ahead and pull a clarifier. Angels, Till we get a clarification on this for Pisces. Okay, that just flew out. So let's see. Whoa. This is the clarification, Pisces, that the angels have just given us for you. You know what? Yeah, and now I'm getting angel bumps, and usually when I get angel goosebumps, it means we're on the right track. So we are at the 10 of Cups. This is one of the happiest tarot cards in the deck. Look at that, Pisces. It is complete and utter, total fulfillment, emotional fulfillment. This speaks to a warm and cozy home, a family life, a beautiful partner to share this with you and to go through life together. If you are past childbearing age, then this child, is representing something else that you share together, that you create together. Maybe it's a beautiful home you create together, or it's some kind of beautiful traditions you create together. If you are of childbearing years and you do want children, then it indeed could be creating a family. You've got the dog, the cat, this beautiful child, this beautiful, obviously it looks like a couple that's married and established as a family. Now, I know that is something that you hold dear, and if I were reading this in the realm of love, I would say definitely this is a love reading, and it could very well be a love reading. But we ask Spirit to show us how the context is in a work project. So, the clarification card, when we consider within the realm of work projects, you want utter and complete fulfillment with your work. You want the whole enchilada, everything there is that completely speak and nourish and feed your soul. Because my guess is your soul is not being fed, and that's why you're going back to thinking of another path, a path that was not taken before. And you may even be asking your spirit guides and source energy, God, source, creator, you may be asking for guidance. You may be asking for help, knowing that it is being given to you, for help in making this decision, because it's going to be, sometimes it can be a little scary when you branch out in some other work or work arena or even a different project. But definitely you want utter fulfillment. And Pisces, I don't feel like you're getting it now in whatever you're doing at work. It could be something at the same place you're at now, but whatever it is, I don't feel like you're being fulfilled by it, and yet you're going to go back and pick something else up that you left behind. And in the context of work, it would be a project or a path. Like I said, leaving a desk job for, writing the great American novel, or any novel, not just the American novel. Or maybe it's not writing. Maybe it's something, maybe it's music, maybe it's playing your guitar, maybe it's writing songs, maybe it's composing symphonies, maybe it's actually, becoming a carpenter or becoming a decorator, and you leave the world of accounting, and now all of a sudden, you're really loving your job as a landscape architect, designing gardens. I mean, there is some deep love you had for something that has to do with a work path way back in your life that you didn't fulfill, and now here's your chance for complete fulfillment. That 10 is signaling complete fulfillment, and there is reinforcement from Spirit that they are there. Your spiritual team is going to help you and guide you as they always do. Just ask for help from them. Whew, Pisces, that was awesome. I think I'm talking too much now. I'm going to have to hurry and wrap this up so we don't go on all night. I could talk for hours on this. Excuse me. Okay, let's pull a final oracle card. Angels, we would like a final oracle card for Scorpio for this lunar eclipse reading that we're doing for them. And okay, that's too many. I'm going to have to put them back. That was me dropping them. So let's keep going. Angels, we need one guidance card for our Pisces friends there. I knew they would give it to us if we got those realigned there. Okay, whoa. Okay, let's look at this card, Pisces. the message here, you can see the artwork here. This person is standing here, and it looks like there's, well, there is a fence, and I mean, it almost looks like there's water there, but maybe it's just a pasture in the distance. And it says, my emotions are vibrational interpreters. Okay, what do we mean by that? What we mean by that is, wait, let's take this one. What we mean by that is this. Remember I said, this is some path that has to do with your work in life that you didn't take, and now you're looking back and wishing you had, and wishing you had. And when you imagine the scenario of you in this other path that you didn't take, you have a certain level of feeling that this vision of you doing this previous thing calls forth, and you're so happy to think about it. It makes you feel so good. Your emotion at that time of that feel-good moment is reflecting what kind of energy your soul, your being is emitting, what kind of frequency your energy is emitting at that moment. And when you feel joy, your vibrational frequency, the energy coming forth from your body, is a very high energy. Okay, so what Spirit's saying is, okay, Pisces, when you're considering going back to this, if you're feeling confused about yes, no, do it, no, don't do it, yes, oh, it's too risky, oh, I don't know. Imagine, tune into your emotions and imagine that you stay at the work, the kind of work you do now. How do you feel? How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel like, dead inside, or does it still float your boat? Because whatever that emotion is, that's the energy you're going to be exhibiting in that space. All right? So if it doesn't feel alive to you anymore, then you want to resist maintaining yourself at that place, because you're putting out a very low vibrational set point, and all you will get back is the mediocrity of that set point that you've established. In other words, the energy level you put out is what will be reflected back to you. And it lets you know right then and there that that's not the place for you. But when you think of this path, if it really gets you feeling jazzed and full of joy, and you realize that you're feeling joy now, you are vibrating at a very high frequency. That energy is bringing you joy, and that's your signal that that is the path for you. It is the path. It will your own emotional feedback will tell you which is the right path. It'll be the one that makes you feel good when you think about it. And the message on back of the card says, your eyes, your ears, even your nose, tongue, and fingertips are translating vibrations. But your most sophisticated of vibrational interpreters are by far your emotions. By paying attention to the signals of your emotions, you can understand with absolute precision everything you are now living or have ever lived. This card blows me out of the water. Really, consider this. It may take a while for that to kind of wash over you and really sink in. I know it does for me sometimes. But man, just go back, go within, feel your emotions when you're considering how to get here. You're considering that novel you never wrote. Go in and feel what it's like to take that path that you left behind. And once you get a feeling tone from that, you're going to know which way to go, because it's going to make you feel so good to think about that other way. Whoa. Pisces, I think this eclipse is going to catapult you forward at light speed into something that you left behind that you wished you had done. And if it's not something you left behind, it's just an idea that had occurred to you in the past that maybe you set aside. Get ready. As Betty Davis once said in that famous movie All About Eve, fasten your seatbelt, because this is going to be a super blast into the future by going back to an idea you had in the past. All right, it is time to do that. Think about it, Scorpio, or not Scorpio, Pisces, excuse me. Think about it, Pisces, because it does really just blow me away because it's so clear. And definitely check in with your emotions as you consider this, okay? That's it for this eclipse. It's going to be a powerful ride, Pisces. I will be back probably in a few days, more toward the end of the week or weekend, with our February readings for love. So I will see you then. Bye-bye.